Hi, and welcome to day 5. This is our 5th and final meditation in our 5-part series, and I want to thank you for making it through the series and congratulate you for spending this time taking care of yourself. For today's meditation, I want to focus on a technique to help you build self-compassion. First of all, if you were turned off by the term self-compassion when I said it just now, stick with me. I initially didn't love the term either. But the more you learn about it, the more it will make sense to you, just as it did for me. And the more you'll understand the need for this really important and simple practice. Self-compassion has been studied extensively by Kristen Neff, who was a researcher out of the University of Texas at Austin. And there is a lot of information to support the benefits of this practice. I know that personally, I can have a pretty mean inner critic, and what I learned through her research and just in trying to expand my understanding of this practice is that I'm not alone, that most of us have a pretty negative inner critic because that's how our brain works. And so the goal, as we've talked about throughout the week, is to catch ourselves in thought, notice our thoughts, and then come back to a point of focus. So for today, we're going to focus on sending ourselves compassion. And this is a process. It's something that if you've never done it before, might seem a little challenging. So we'll start by sending compassion out to someone else. We're pretty good at that. As humans, we tend to be very compassionate toward other people or pets or, babies, creatures smaller than us. That's how we have survived. But we tend to also be very, very critical of ourselves. So we will get started, as usual, by taking a seat or lying down, noticing your points of contact. Noticing where you're being supported. Noticing where your hands may be lightly touching the surface of your legs and your lap. Now bringing your awareness to sounds in your environment. And if you're comfortable doing so, go ahead and close your eyes if you haven't already. Now bring your awareness or your attention to your breathing. Notice how you're breathing. Get very curious about the breath just for a little bit here. Follow it in and out. Feeling that pause at the bottom of the exhale. The transition from our inhale to our exhale. Sort of getting into breathing, experiencing breathing. And for today, I'm going to recommend that you bring a hand or both hands to your heart. Just right to the center of the chest. And we're going to keep our focus right here. Imagine that you're breathing in and out right through the center of your chest. You understand that we breathe through the nose and that our lungs expand and contract as we breathe. But just for today, just imagine the breath coming in and out through the heart. This is called heart-focused breathing. With your hand over your heart, see if you notice feelings of warmth in this area. And see if you notice changes or sensations in the heart area as we practice compassion and self-compassion. I want you to imagine someone that you know, or maybe someone that you know of. This can be a person or a pet, someone that needs a little bit of compassion, someone that may be suffering a little bit or a lot, that you would like to alleviate their suffering. Put a picture of this person in your mind. And feel what compassion feels like. Most people notice this feeling pretty strong in the chest and heart area. It's a call to do something, to alleviate suffering. Getting in touch with what compassion feels like for a moment and sending it out toward this person. You can imagine even a light or energy flowing from your heart area out toward this person. And now we will take that feeling of compassion and send it in toward ourselves. Whatever struggles you may be going through, challenges, emotions that you're experiencing from difficulties in life. Instead of listening to the inner critic, become compassionate toward yourself here through this practice. Send some compassion to yourself. Feel that warmth generate inside of you. Stay here for just a little bit longer. The breath just flowing in and out. Continuing to send compassion to yourself. And from here, release your hands from the heart if they're still there. Starting to wiggle your fingers and toes, bringing yourself back. Taking a deep breath. Exhale, release it. And when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. Coming back to the room where you're sitting. I really hope you found this practice to be beneficial. I know that it can seem odd or strange when you first are introduced to the concept, but I'm glad that you stuck with me through the practice today. And I hope this is something you can start to think about in your daily life and integrate. It doesn't take long to send some self-compassion. And I actually built a whole presentation on this topic that I'd be happy to send to you if you're interested in learning more about it. And there's a huge body of research behind it. So again, the goal of this 5-day meditation reboot was to expose you to ideas and strategies around how to build your own meditation practice. This is one really useful tool for your tool belt. All right. Well, I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Again, I am so grateful for your time. Thank you for being with me over the course of this week. I will be sending follow-on information to help you maintain your practice, and I look forward to hearing from you. Take care.